Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and my name is Siri and welcome back to another video. This video we are going to talk about one of the major problems again. This video is basically a part of the series that I'm making in which we are going to talk a lot about every single problem that English learners face. So I'm already done with explaining one problem in my previous video, so make sure to check that out as well. So talking about today's video, where we are going to talk about one of the major problems when it comes to English learners is nervousness. You name an English learner, that person is definitely going to have this problem, because I don't think so any English learner did not face this problem. Everyone has faced this problem, and I don't even ask me how many times I've been nervous to speak in English. I can't even believe that today I'm so confident speaking in English when I'm explaining to all of you, because if you would see the older version of me where I would get nervous even to speak out single word, I mean, the change is so drastic and I have improved a lot. So in this video I'm going to tell you exactly what I have done to improve myself to speak confidently and to not to feel nervous. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. About nervousness, let me just ask you a question. Who doesn't have nervousness? Every one of us, we have nervousness. And English is something that we are learning. I mean, it's something new. It's not something that we are learning from our childhood. Even if you guys want me to speak in French, maybe I would be nervous because that is a language that I'm learning for the first time, right? So that's why we are nervous. But one thing I really find different is, for example, just now I've given you an example that if I start speaking in French, maybe I wouldn't be that nervous as I would be when I have to speak in English, because we attach this word called status to English, which is what we shouldn't do, is what I feel. Your nervousness is going to come down when you look at English as a language just like any other language. Now, for me, Telugu and English, I look at both of them as languages. If someone is comfortable talking in Telugu with me, I would be more than happy to speak in Telugu with that person. If someone is comfortable speaking in English with me, I would be more than happy to speak in English with that person. So I look at both of them as languages. One thing I was really nervous about right at the beginning is because I was attaching status to English. I was thinking that I'm cool if I speak in English. I was thinking that I have to speak in English even if it is not necessary at that point of time. Because of which I was getting nervous over there. And because I was thinking that English is so different from every other language, that is the reason I was getting nervous, which is what you also need to stop to do. Because when you consider everything as equal, you're going to get better at it, and your mind is going to accept the fact that yes, English is also a language just like Telugu or any other language. Why do you have to get nervous? So it is the pressure that you are giving to your own self. Nobody is telling you to be nervous, and there is nothing that we have to do with the language. I mean, it has nothing to do with the language. No matter whatever language you pick, I'm pretty sure you're going to be okay, I don't know this language. But when it comes to English, we can't say that we don't know it. Of course, because of the importance it has. But that does not mean it is so different from any other language. It is also a language just like any other language. First, you have to stop assuming that it's so difficult and I will be judged if I make mistakes. So all these thoughts should be out of your mind. So the moment I've changed this thought in my mind, where I started to look at languages just like any other language. English and Telugu both are like languages only to me. From that point of time, the game has completely taken a turn, where I'm being really confident whenever I speak in English as well. So even when I'm speaking in Telugu, I'm very confident because that is my mother tongue. Right from my childhood, I've been speaking in Telugu, because of which I'm very fluent in it. And I would speak in Telugu when people would ask me. So I've done the same thing to English as well. Whereas I am not someone who has been speaking in English right from my childhood, but I was just looking at it as a language just like Telugu, because of which I was being confident whenever I speak. You ask me, I make mistakes in Telugu as well, but I don't have any issue with it. The same way, I make a lot of mistakes when I speak in English as well, but I don't have issues with it as well. So that is the reason I'm telling you, first you stop assuming things in your mind where you are attaching something to this language, where you are thinking that this language is so different from other language. See, of course there are so many ways that you are going to follow in order to learn English, because that is not something that we are doing from our childhood, because of which we need to follow so many. Imagine if we have to learn Telugu, the same process will be followed. But why am I fluent in Telugu is because right from my childhood I've been speaking in Telugu. You get the point? So this is what is the clarity that you need to have as an English learner. Only then you will be able to overcome this nervousness. But I feel a lot of English learners out there do not have this sense of clarity. But I am here telling you that you have this clarity first. Have a conversation with yourself that why are you actually feeling nervous and what are the reasons behind it. So whatever the reason that I have explained just now could be one of the reasons. There is one more reason, is because of course judged, that fear of being judged. I have made so many videos in my past where I would tell you guys that you don't have to really worry about what people think about you, because it's their manners, it's not our mistake, right? So we as English learners, we are trying our best to speak in English every single day. We are trying our best to learn this language. That is what we are doing. If they are laughing at us, definitely not our mistake at all. And I feel one of the reasons why we get nervous is that conscious decision to impress somebody. I'm pretty sure some of the English learners would have taken this decision to prove a point to someone, or to just prove that you can also speak in English in front of someone. See, I'm not saying that it's completely bad. Maybe I mean, that's your freedom. You can choose whatever you want to. But when you have this tendency to do it only to impress someone, you will end up being nervous, because there is this constant pressure or the stress that you're giving to your mind, that I have to do my best, I have to give my best to impress that person, because of which you will not be able to speak properly. But imagine you are doing it just for your sake, just to improve yourself. I'm pretty sure you're going to come out really, really confident. And trust me when I say this, because I've done it in the past. Tried impressing people through my English, but to be honest, all those times I've always turned out to be this nervous person who wouldn't know how to speak in English, which of course led to another disappointments where I would feel like giving up on this journey. So that's why I'm telling you, when you have this intention of impressing someone, maybe that is when you are going to be very, very nervous. So set your intentions right. If you want to learn this language just for yourself, then even if you make mistakes, even if you do not speak a lot, does not affect you in any manner, because you at the end of the day do not care about what the other person is thinking about you. So that's why I'm telling you, you have to get this out of your mind. The other person is going to think about you is not something that we have to care about. We are here learning this language for our own selves, for our career, for our betterment, right? So we primarily need to focus on our own selves. I know it's easier said than done. When I tell you that, you don't care about others, I know it's easy, but with time only you're going to get better at it. If you just leave it, of course all the time you're going to end up being nervous whenever you're trying to speak in English. So that's why I'm telling you, whenever you are feeling nervous, ask yourself, why are you speaking in English? Are you speaking for yourself, or you're doing it for someone? You definitely need to have this clarity, and the right intention is going to really make you speak confidently. And the last point I would like to highlight in this video, it's all about practice again. I'm telling you, you are going to be nervous when you are not sure about your knowledge. For example, I want to drive a car. Okay. Now, if I want to drive a car, if I know how to drive a car, I've practiced so well, I'm very confident. I will be like, okay, I'll drive it. No matter however how far the distance is, I'll still drive it. I'll still drive it is what I would like to say, because I've practiced so well. I know whatever steps I need to take. I know where is clutch, I know where is accelerator, I know where is brake, I know where is gears and all. I know everything. Okay, because of which I'll be confident to drive the car. Now let's say uh, if I'm not practiced enough, okay, but I've just practiced for like 2 3 times and I had to drive in that moment. Of course I'll be nervous because I'm not sure about my practice, because I know I've not done a lot of practice. I know I've not practiced a lot, right? So that's why practice is very important. When you practice well, you're going to be very confident about your practice. You know that you've practiced really well, because of which you're going to speak very confidently. Just the way I've explained the example, where if I'm confident about the practice that I've done towards driving, I'll be very confident when I drive. But if I'm not confident about the practice that I've done, I am going to get nervous whenever I drive. So the same way, if you're sure about your practice that you have done towards English speaking, you're going to be very confident about the way you speak. But let's say you know that in your mind, your gut knows that you have not practiced really well, because of which you might end up feeling nervous whenever you're trying to speak in English. So this is also one of the tips that we really need to keep in mind. Like, these are the ones that really helped me to overcome the nervousness. Now whenever I'm speaking, I know how much I've practiced English speaking, because of which every time I speak in English, I come across confident. Why? Because I'm just very sure about the practice I've done, the process I've gone through, the kind of love that I've showed towards this language. I'm very sure about all of this, because of which I come across as this person who's very confident. Again, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter to anybody except you. Like, you are learning this for yourself. You have to give your best, you have to do your best. You're not here to impress anyone, you're not here speaking in English just for someone. You're not here to just not practice English and still complain for the fact that I feel nervous whenever I'm speaking in English. So that doesn't make any kind of sense. So I'm telling you, you have to practice really well, and you do not have to care about what people have to tell about you, and you do not have to care about what people are going to tell you. And again, I'm telling you, the right intentions set the right actions. So you please have the right intention to learn this language. And English is also a language just like any other language, so you don't have to take too much stress about it or too much pressure about it. So keep all these 3 points in your mind. They are really going to help you to overcome nervousness. They might seem really simple, but trust me, they are really, really, really going to help you. So yeah, keep all of these in your mind. The major problem that you have, which is nervousness while speaking in English, is going to get solved just like this. So keep all of these in your mind whenever you're trying to speak in English the next time, and see how the magic works. So yes, that's it for this video. I will come up with more videos where I will talk about all the problems that you face as English learners. So I truly hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Give this video a like, share this video with all your friends and family, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will see you guys in my next video. Till then, you please take care of yourself. I will see you soon. Bye.